like right there, right there. That's cold. Oh, that's cold.
What's up, everybody? It is Jack from Atlantis Water Gardens. Today on this channel, I'm going to take you on a pond tour. I am in South Florida. We are going to see some epic water features. Since I'm not from this area, I don't know a whole lot about it, I've enlisted the help of a famous YouTube celebrity and pond builder, Paul Cuffaro.
First pond at my new house, and we just built this.
Last episode, we built this.
Yeah, last episode. So if you haven't done so already, hey, you can check that out. It'll pop up on the top of the screen, right, Jack? You know how to do cards?
Paul, why don't you walk us through your pond, kind of what the vision was here, and how it fits into your lifestyle.
Okay, so coming up the driveway, we really wanted something that you're going to see from every angle. We have 3 different drops from the waterfall. It's insane. You got one drop from the biofalls, which is up there, dropping down, pooling out, dropping to the right, which is giving you that view from the office, then pooling up and then dropping back at you over here. Then we got the bowl, the patio bowl, obviously, pouring out a little stream into the water as well. So enough flow in here to have whatever you want, especially I'm gonna have bass in here so they like the flow. That's key, and I'm in love with it. I literally couldn't be any happier. It's got the perfect ledges, the bottom's big, which is the best part because the bass needs a lot of room to swim, and that's what we got right here, a lot of room to swim. I'm actually stoked because the first thing I see when I walk out the front door is this to greet me right here. It's amazing. Incorporated into this build, I let Jack know, I let Ralph know, I let Weston know, we should do something different. This right here is a pathway that'll eventually lay with gravel, which is right to the left of you right there. All gravel, 4 Adirondack chairs, and then boom, your fire pit is right here. So now, say this is an Adirondack chair, you're sitting down, the fire is going, and then you got not only the sound, but the view of that right there. And at night, this pond is all lit up, so not only you're getting the fire, the crackling, all that sound, you're getting the waterfall sound and the view of this beautiful pond behind me. So now that you have seen my pond, we're going to actually bring you over to a pond that was built a few months ago when Jack was here with a few other Aquascape contractors, and this one's dope, so we'll see you there.
Second stop, we are at Robert Arrington's mother's house. Robert Arrington is a big YouTuber, huge with hunting and fishing. We built a pond at his mom's house about 4 or 5 months ago, and it looks absolutely fantastic.
There's a lot of hyacinths in here. That waterfall is cool. You know what's really cool is how the water gets stopped right there and it has to get sucked out that corner right there to drop down. I like that. That's really, really cool. I've never been to this pond, by the way, either. I wasn't even here for the build. I've never seen it. I like it.
This is about a 10 by 14 foot pond. It's got a really cool stream and waterfall on it with this huge Australian pine log that frames out the waterfall and stream coming around this side. That water is just ripping around the outside of that log. Looks extremely natural. Robert gave this pond to his mom as a gift for being so awesome. Let's have a closer look at this pond and then we'll be on to our next stop. What a special gift for Robert to give to his mother. Now we're gonna head over to where Robert is building his brand new house, where he actually has a pond before the house is even built yet. Let's check it out.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? everyone, my name is Sarah. I'm with Deer Meat for Dinner. Welcome to our pond. This thing has been absolutely incredible, amazing since we got it. We have a nice waterfall and we turned it off the other day. I don't even know why we turned it off. We turned it off for some reason. It's amazing what that little waterfall drowns out. I mean, you can hear neighbors, you can hear dogs barking. So it creates this whole oasis in the backyard, which is awesome. The kids are now learning how to swim, so they'll be able to swim in this deep part this summer. But this is their whole play area. This is like a 12-inch shallow area just for the kids. We just found tadpoles in there today. They hang out here when it's nice out, and you can't pull them out. It's amazing. So we're actually building right over here. The walls just went up, and we now have cookouts back here. I have a whole bunch of seating areas around our fire pit. I put more seating areas out because everyone flocks to the pond. So instead of going and hanging out in the barn, which we used to do, everyone sits around here. I put solar lights on the barn so it gives a nice light. At night, there's lights in the pond and it just comes alive. You hear all kinds of noises, frogs making noises, screech owls. This whole thing is like a paradise. And what are you doing?
Oh, now she stopped driving. She's left with the camera on her.
Turn on the news, a sad state of affairs. Half the people die while the rest of us are splitting hairs. It's a good world gone bad.
When Rob said he was going to build a pond, I was thinking like very, very basic. This thing is more than I could have ever dreamed of. Emma's literally in it right now as we speak. But I just want to say thanks to Greg Woodstock and everybody who came down and built this thing because it really is a life changer. I mean, they said your life is going to revolve around it, and I kind of like chuckled. They go, okay, yeah, whatever. It really does. It's crazy. But if you guys want to check us out and see the pond behind the scenes more on our channels, we have Deer Meat for Dinner and Dear Mom that's coming back. So check us out on YouTube. Take care, God bless, and we gone.
This is Kamp Kenan.
What's up, guys? Kenan here. Glad you're watching Atlantis Water Gardens. Welcome. This is my home. This is Kamp Kenan. People think my name's Kamp. It's not. I'm a little wacky. My name's Kenan. Welcome to my home. Here's the first pond we're going to look at. This pond is the first Aquascape ecosystem pond that I was gifted from Aquascape. It was a lot of fun. This pond was built in February of 2018 and it is amazing. Water is extremely clear. It's aged. I really love, I want you guys to remember the way this rock looks because we're going to see some ponds that have been built after this. I just want you guys to see how beautiful our Florida coral limestone rock ages. Every day I walk out my front door, this is the first thing I see, or whenever somebody comes over to deliver a pizza, they get to step over this really cool pond. I just think it's a really cool entryway. I love it because everything I do has to have a purpose for animals because tortoises live in here as well, and turtles. So the tortoises are a land-based chelonian, which is a fancy word for any shelled reptile, turtle, a tortoise, or terrapin. They're all collectively chelonians. Like the tortoises come over here and they get a drink out of the waterfall. I mean, it is amazing. So this was the first pond built. A couple of albino Oscars here. But the rest of the fish in here are African cichlids. Again, I live in South Florida. I'm able to do tropical fish in my pond. How cool is that? We've got some frontosa, we've got some duboisi, we've got all kinds of mbuna. Really, really cool African cichlid fish. It's an ecosystem. We've got predatory fish that are eating some of the smaller guppies and fry to regulate the pond, and then we have fish that consume algae, whether it be the algae that grows on the rocks or the long string algae that will develop from time to time. They're eating it. So they're keeping this pond well maintained, as well as the biofalls and the Aquascape skimming system. It's just a really, really cool, easy to maintain system. Okay, so we're just gonna walk a few steps over here, and this pond is pond number 2, was built in December of 2018. So it's only a few months old, And as you can see, it's just gorgeous. We have some different rock in here. We have the Florida capstone, but we also have some Tennessee rock that was brought in. It was left over from another aquascape job over at another friend of ours, Paul Cuffaro. In here, we have 4 koi and a few more of the cichlids because I was so happy with the way those fish were keeping the pond clean. So I went ahead and I replicated that in this pond. So what I have to do from time to time is I just cruise over here every few days, and you might notice there's some debris from the, I just throw it, it's some mulch. I just clean it all off and the flow starts up, no worries. It's very easy to maintain these ponds, and that's what you're gonna want. But I just love the way the guys utilize the logs. There's a really cool feature here. The water pools over here and then gently weeps. It just weeps off this log, and I just think that's a really cool touch. The other thing that's special about this pond, aside from all the beautiful natural accoutrements, is that right?
Accoutrements?
Ah, yes. I like that. You got to keep you bopping in. Every once in a while. Aside from the fact the pond's just beautiful and functioning and doing its job, you'll notice it's right outside this bedroom window. We named this Sophia's Pond. She's my little gal. She always wanted a pond. She's my little animal nut. And we did this for her. And so she just kind of hangs out on her little bench, watches the pond fall, watches the fish do their thing. And at night, she's treated to the reassuring sounds of running water, which I think is really cool. Okay, so you've seen my first 2 aquascape ecosystem ponds, but now I really want to show you the crown jewel of Kamp Kenan. And I mean, I am not overstating it one bit that this pond is the greatest gift I've ever been given. In fact, I had a buddy come over to the house recently, and when he saw it, he said, "You had been talking about doing this since you moved here in 2004. We're about to see it, guys. This is truly the coolest pond that you're gonna see, at least in this video. Here we go. Show them. This is my recreation pond. And if you guys head on over to the Kamp Kenan YouTube channel, you'll see a series of videos we do called Swimming With. And we originally did it in a pool that looked sort of natural. Well, this is a pond, and it is a pond that you can interact with. We swim in it every day. In fact, the more you swim in it, the better the pond becomes. The more you interact with it, it gets clearer and clearer because you're stirring things up and sending it over the waterfall into the filtration system. But this was built so that we could take our Swimming With video series to another level. And we are actually going to be swimming with some amazing animals in the videos to come. And I wanted to do it in a place that looked like nature. It is about 60 from end to end, about 30 foot at its widest point. It's 5.5 feet deep. It took about 200 tons of rock to make this a reality. It is it's about 28,000 gallons of water, and we just kicked major butt. The guys came down here, all the CACs came on out from all over the country, and they knocked this out in about 3 days. Anywhere you look at this pond, you're seeing something different. Something special that I actually did is how can I use this for some of the animals that I keep a lot of exotic tortoises here at Kamp Kenan. I wanted this to be utilized by the tortoises, and it actually is. This is a leopard tortoise. They're from Africa, and basically, even though they are a grassland species, they need fresh water. So what's neat is these guys come right over here. They're creatures of habit, and once they know where a water source is, they don't forget it. They come back to it. So here is their drinking fountain. Again, couldn't do this with a pool because there'd be too many chemicals, and unfortunately it would make the animals sick. So it's just an incredible gift, an incredible pond. And my backyard is aquascaped, and I'm not even done because we got plans for the rest of this yard, man. So thanks for joining me on Atlantis Water Gardens channel. It's always a pleasure to host you guys. Please join me at Kamp Kenan on my channel to learn more about reptiles, and I'm sure you'll be seeing a lot more of me in the years and weeks and months to come. That was kind of backwards. Months, weeks. I don't know. You'll see me soon. Thanks, guys. Take care. Like and subscribe to this channel.
Huge thanks to Paul Cuffaro, Rob from Deer Meat for Dinner, and Kenan from Kamp Kenan for showing these beautiful water features down here in South Florida. There's really only one thing left to do.
Woo!
All right, one.
That's all we got for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed all these amazing ponds down here in South Florida. Subscribe, like, drop a comment, tell me what you think. We'll see you on the next one.
Oh my gosh.